Hi everybody. Yes, I am live and waiting for people to come in. Hi Gary. How are you? So today's topic is going to be all about neck. So I really request all of you to please stick to neck questions because I'm asking Sunayna. She's my yoga teacher, my friend. She is one of the wellness gurus and she conducts a lot of retreats. So she is an expert and I want her to engage with all of you to talk about neck. We'll talk about neck exercises, we'll talk about neck yoga, we'll talk about what happens to the neck skin and why does that look aged faster than how the face looks. Yeah, so these are questions. Should be interesting, right? So till then, till Sunayna joins me in, how to get rid of tan on the neck, the same way as you get rid of the face. So I was wanting to tell you, so I was on a recent holiday, right, and I tanned like crazy. So the first thing that you need to understand is never try to remove the tan the minute you come back from a holiday. The first thing that you need to do is calm the skin down, heal the skin, hydrate it, and then start looking at how you can remove the tan. So for the neck as well, you can use acids like glycolic acid, kojic acid, azelaic acid, cream with any of these. And then once the redness and irritation has gone down, you can simply use honey and sugar as a nice little exfoliant that really works well. Through it all, don't forget to hydrate. Yeah, so that's the best way to take care of it. What about neck wrinkles? Oh, very important. Neck wrinkles, you need to first start using, like someone is saying there, retinol. So use a little bit of a retinol, peptide, moisturizing creams on the neck very regularly. All of us use creams and lotions on the face, but we forget to use those creams and lotions on the neck. So it's important to make sure you extend every skincare to the neck, and then everything at your doctor's office will work. Whether it is Botox, whether it is filler, all of that also works for us. Yeah. So on the neck, let me just see if Sunayna is joining in. And why am I not seeing her request? 1 second. Has Sunayna, are you on? Are you requesting me already? I'm just wanting to see. 1 second. I can't. Sunayna, there she is. Go live with Sunayna. Yes, I have accepted her. So Sunayna should be live with us in a second. Best sunscreen for summer, there are many, but because it's summer and because we get sweaty, and Sunayna, there she is.
Hi, what's up?
So Sunayna started off as my yoga guru, ended up as a good friend and a healer. So she's fantastic. I totally love her, my go-to girl. So today we shall discuss with Sunayna everything about the neck, yeah? Anti-aging,
Yes.
yoga. What? Firstly, Sunayna, I've always
Give
been
me
wondering.
1 second, Rashmi. 1 second. I'm feeling like I'm not it's like really dark here.
That's because you have the window behind you.
Yeah. So give me one
Yeah.
second. Ah,
Yeah.
ah, yeah. And like I'm feeling oh my God.
Yeah. So I was just talking to
Okay.
people about neck and how neck is super important. I just wanted to also ask you the neck, whenever we are stressed, we always end up doing that, right? So
Yes.
how is, stress shows up on the skin. I always tell people stress is one of the worst things. Always shows up on the skin, whether it is acne, early aging, pigmentation, hair fall, everything is related to stress.
Yes.
So how is neck? Tell us what can we do like a quick thing every morning, for example, with your neck so that your stress eases off from the face.
All right. So first, hi everyone. Lovely to be here with Miss Shetty. I love you. For the neck, I feel because I do so much yoga, Rashmi, that a lot of the things that when you wake up in the morning, just kind of lifting your neck up and placing your hand just on creating a little bit of attraction, and then saying the word yum, 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 yum. So it can look funny, but doing the word yum, yum, yum is very good. Another one is where you take the tongue and you place it at the roof of your the top of your mouth. So again, you stretch and just taking the tongue, touching the top of
Wow,
the mouth.
a really good stretch here.
Mm.
You
And
remember?
hold it for about 10 seconds.
Yeah, so you all remember I did a small little reel one day to say how to get rid of your double chin at home. What was I telling? Just to tighten this is the various things like doing is what I'm saying. So what she's saying makes a lot of sense where it's getting even tighter. So the tongue touching the hard palate. Wow,
Yeah.
wow. That,
Also, I think a lot of our problems in the neck is postural. So there's a lot of postural problem here. So when you're looking at the phone, it's down. Now the neck has got thinner skin than our face. It's as thin as the skin around our eyes. So it's very, very important to kind of posturally work on it. So it's better rather than having too many pillows to have a smaller, thinner pillow. It's important to not look down because when it's thin, you're going to create more wrinkles in the skin. They're going to fold. And when they fold for a long period of time, it's going to stay like that. It's going to create that wrinkle. So it's very important to kind of keep your chin parallel. As soon as it's down, lots is happening here. So
yeah, so
yeah,
you geishas of Japan used to sleep with the hard pillow behind their neck. So the neck is nice and extended when they sleep, very uncomfortable, but that's what they did. So, like Sunayna says, don't use double pillows where you're totally collapsing on your chest. Try and use nice single pillow and use it as a gradual pillow from shoulder upwards so you're not squeezing your neck completely in. Why
exactly.
what's important that Sunana also pointed out is the type of the skin on the neck is very different than what it is on the face. It is thinner, it has no oil glands, very less kind of collagen itself is less because the skin is so thin. So even
Yeah.
if you are kind of trying to use your creams and the collagen stimulators, how much can you stimulate on a thin skin? So if you go to your doctor's office, even if you're doing, like say for example, ultherapy, thermage, radio frequency, etc., treatments on your face, you will see the face gets a better result than you can get on the skin because the skin is so thin. Because it's
Thin.
devoid of a lot of oil glands, it is best for you to apply a lot of cream and not treat neck like a stepsister. We all put sunscreen only to the face. We all put creams only to the face. How many of us really, and go all the way to the neck, to your, decolletage and to your collarbone? So it's extremely important for us to go all the way down.
And another tip, I think what Rashmi is saying is very important. When you're putting a lot of cream here, like if you have a very expensive cream for your face, use an expensive cream for the face and you don't need to use it for the neck. Use a more like a cream which is a little bit cheaper and really enjoy lathering the neck area. Like for me, I touch wood. I'm going to be 40, and I don't feel like I have too many lines, and because I think I really work on oiling it. Like you said, we have no sebaceous, not hardly any sebaceous glands here, so it's not producing any oil.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a
So what
very very
one neck
important.
that you can teach us?
Sorry, what?
What is one neck yoga that you can teach us? Or
Neck yoga. I'll give you guys two. One is I think we all have a tech neck. And this tech neck can create havoc here. So for us, take your index finger and your middle finger just on your chin. You pull the chin down slightly and you push back. I'm also, because I've also been sitting like this. So suddenly you push back and you'll feel all of it coming into alignment and hold and then release. Hold and release. So this will also help create a lot of posture with the neck in alignment with the shoulders, in alignment with the hips. The whole upper back will open out. And the second one, I would say all neck movements. So even something like this, over to the right, but hold. Hold for about 10 to 15 seconds and then change. And do this again
Hi, Dr. Maria. I'm sorry I'm acknowledging her. She's one of my friends.
And one more, I think, with this
Yeah.
lifting
Hello.
up and then turning over to the left. This is also great for releasing stress and over to the right. And again, do this a few times because this works, I think, on a physical level. It also works on a very emotional, mental level where it releases stress as well.
Hi to Dr. Maria, Brazil,
Yes.
who has
Oh,
joined
Dr.
us.
Maria, sorry, she's here.
Yes. And also Pooja
Hello,
Makija.
Dr. Maria.
Next will be with Pooja Makija. We can ask her all tips for beautiful skin from the diet perspective. Yeah. Okay. So back to Sunayna. So Sunayna, I also was wondering. I know I've seen you going all across Himalaya and all of these places. So what's your new intelligence you've brought back in terms of calming oneself down? And then we'll talk about neck and the most interesting thing and the scary thing, Botox. So till Sanana talks about what she brought back from the Himalayas as a gyan, please keep questions on neck, Botox, and neck filler flowing in.
I have questions. I have many questions. So after I answer this question, I am going to ask you questions. What did I bring back from the Himalayas? I think I can't tell you, Rashmi. It's like you can breathe there. Yeah? You can
Yeah.
breathe. So I'm feeling a little bit a lack of it. I'm feeling a lot of humidity right now in Bombay after being in this freshness of Kashmir. But I think I need to keep taking people to Kashmir. What I brought back is that we will keep going back to Kashmir. It is the most magical place on earth, and just to feel magic at all times is important, man. I keep telling Rashmi also, guys, like holiday, holiday. She's like, I can't get out. There's so much work. But yeah, you have to kind of take out that time and holiday it out. So we
Yeah.
brought back the spirit for people to have a little bit of fun
Fantastic.
and feel
Okay.
good.
Question of Botox. And
Can I
so,
ask you?
yeah.
Can I ask you, can we do Botox and fillers on our neck? Is
Yeah.
it
Why?
possible?
It is possible. So when you do Botox on the neck, we are doing it for two reasons. One, when people talk, sometimes you see a little chicken leg happening. And as you
Uh,
grow older, cancers, but you see it a lot on even very young people. And
yeah.
that's because there is a muscle called platysma which goes all the way from face to the neck, and they bunch up in bands as you grow older, and the skin of the neck becomes even thinner. So then the bands show more. And sometimes even when you're too thin, when you're really trying to attempt to look very thin at a particular age, the fat in between the skin or below the skin is also gone. So the underneath
Mm.
the kind of stands out. So we give a little Botox for those little bands. You see a lot of videos online. So those bands become less, and it works wonderfully with Botox. And on the profile, when you see the little loose double chin, the face and the neck looking like one, when we give Botox, it tucks in. So you have a proper neck differentiation. The other reason when we use Botox for the neck is usually you dilute and use micro Botox or so-called baby Botox doses, tiny little doses across the entire neck to get rid of those fine lines that you start having on the neck. Now, what
So
really works,
horizontal and vertical,
sorry,
or the horizontal lines and the vertical lines.
and the vertical bands and the horizontal lines both are taken care of by Botox. What can work magically is combining them with a hyaluronic acid. So when you use a hyaluronic acid which is cross-linked, it gives you some structure and some volume. But when you use hyaluronic acid without cross-linking or with very less cross-linking, it only gives you hydration. And along with the hydration, it's a biostimulator. Newer injectables like Profilo give you wonderful hydration and biostimulator. When you say biostimulator, it stimulates the collagen and elastin to make the neck skin look a lot more youthful. So in combination, these injections work fantastically well. But like I always keep telling you, these are very sophisticated, so make sure you go to an expert doctor. So the
My
neck
God,
skin,
actually very, very interesting.
So neck
But
skin is,
how old are people when they get it done? Like, how old do you need to be to start
you
getting this done?
have
As soon
to.
as you see them, or should you wait?
No, it's always better to do as soon as you see them, because also platysma pulls the rest of the face down. So you want to just knock it off so that it is not pulling the lower face down for you. So it's very important to do it initially so that this is kept, this force is not negated. So you ease that muscle up so that it is not pulling your face down. So that's so very important. A lot of people end up looking at lines on the forehead, lines on the crow's feet, and saying, oh my God, I need it. Last line, oh my God, I need it now. Totally ignore what is happening on the neck. It is very important for us to take care of the neck. In fact, take care of the neck before I start taking care of the face. Facial skin can still hold on, neck skin cannot. So you need to literally take care of it really, really soon. So then I want to ask you one thing. What kind of yoga can you do to reduce water retention from the face itself?
I think, again, it's not really about exercise. You cannot remove that much water retention just by exercising. Water retention from the face has to go with food.
Correct.
It has to go with food. Like, I can't even say, of course, you can do again, there's Gir Gasti, like the movements and all do create, but it's not, you have water retention, it has to be according to how much you're sleeping. You
Yeah.
have to sleep, you have to sleep it off. Like, some people haven't slept, or what's happening in your gut. How has your lifestyle been? Have you been traveling a lot? It's a lot to do with all of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's
Yeah.
a lot to do with food.
So when you have water retention on the face, it's also important to massage your neck, because water retention, one common reason can be because of lymphatic fluid getting stored in. So I
Ah,
just
yes.
yesterday and I had put it up to do facial massages. Now, when you massage, you need to understand there's a lot of lymphatic gland here, and then there's a lot of lymphatic gland all around this thick band of muscle of yours on the neck. So you have a lot of lymphatic gland here and here. So when you massage it on the face, kind of bring the fluid down to the ears, then slowly tap it and bring it down to the neck. A good neck massage will actually drain the fluid. If you see, most people tell you massage the neck upwards because that's what you think is gravity and you want to get your skin up. But it's also important to massage it downwards to bring in all the fluid down to kind of your clavicle, chest, and then to your underarms. So that drains out that fluid. And like
Yeah, because underarms also have lymphatic, no?
and then, like Sunayna said, move the neck, because lymph doesn't have a muscular movement like a heart. It doesn't have a pump. So you need to move the neck to also make these muscles
Activate.
activate so that pump works. So that's one of the best ways to do for kind of activating the neck. Do you have a special secret to do about the lines on the décolletage or the upper chest, Sunayna?
Yes. Okay, so basically, I think that's a lot to do with sleep. So if you sleep sideways, you're going to, again, the chest skin is again very thin. So again, the fold will happen on the chest as you're sleeping. And then as long as you're sleeping, that fold will happen. So it's, again, better to sleep straight. So this would be my tip. I was hearing people actually make gel. Like, they create gel and they wear gel on their chest so that when they even turn and all that, the skin is not folding.
Yeah, yeah,
It's keeping it straight, because the whole idea is for it not to fold.
yeah.
But also with exercises, I see a lot of face yoga where people are doing a lot of suddenly so much movement on the face. Because what's going to happen with that is, if you have a rubber band and you're going to keep stretching it, it's going to actually get stretched out. It's not
Yeah.
going to get stronger. It's going to stretch much more. So it is very important. So, for example, if I'm doing the tongue up, I hold that for 30 seconds or 15 seconds rather than going tongue up, tongue up, tongue up, tongue up. No, it's not like you're
Mm,
doing 20. You rather do 10 or do for 1 minute and hold for 15 seconds, 20 seconds up. You don't
mm.
want to stretch too much. Then the muscles also get weak.
So a lot of times when you do face yoga, I see people saying, close your eyes tight, open your eye, do those. Few times is okay. How do you think wrinkles on the face or lines on the face even happen? When you repeatedly move it, as against the muscles on the body, muscles on the face are attached to your skin. So it pulls the skin along with it. And those repeated movements is what actually causes your line. So please make sure when you do face yoga, go to an expert so you understand what benefits, what doesn't. Simply
Yeah.
trying to move the muscle will only create more lines. So it's extremely important that you keep in mind about that. Let me just take a few questions where they're saying what's the best cream for neck. So the best cream for neck is something which really hydrates you. You could alternate between a retin-A one night and maybe a peptide the other night. Don't overdo retin-A because then you can have dry skin which might irritate you. And in a place like India where you're sweating and perspiring, maybe that can even irritate even further. So use like a retin-A one night, but the night you use retin-A with a lot of moisturizer. Then the other night you can use it with a peptide. Also, neck also tends to get pigmented, right? As you grow old, like the way this face gets pigmented. So you can use like an azelaic acid or a kojic acid or a berry extract to mix with your night cream of peptide. Peptides itself, you have skin lightening and anti-aging peptides, which you can use together. And tablets like Hydrate, Primrose, all of these supplements really help skin everywhere, along with it, the neck as well. Something for dark circle. Arpita, I want to hold this today restricted to only neck if you don't mind. We'll do the dark circle some other day, okay? Any exercise for developing collarbones. You can't develop a bone after a certain time. What you could probably do is lose some weight if you want the collarbone to be prominent. But is there any specific exercise that can make these prominent, Sunayna?
The collarbones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of these exercises, a lot of movements can make the collarbones. You can. Like even when I do neck exercises, guys, has too many benefits. Even pulling in, it does. You can work on stuff.
So maybe you can work on the
But
muscle around the bone so that the bone then
the
stands.
bone can't change.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that.
That
Yeah,
can't change. It's just that
yeah,
it can
yeah,
get more. Like example, if you lose weight, suddenly the
yeah,
bone hasn't changed. It's just that it's coming out. So certain exercises will kind of maybe it'll work its wonders around that bone for it to look like it's like putting a highlighter,
yeah.
like taking out the collarbones. It's like
So
that.
someone is asking when I apply moisturizer, my skin looks darker. No, that doesn't happen. That apparently it feels like it because when if you see dry part skin, it looks lighter. You scratch it, you get a lighter mark, isn't it? White mark. So usually dry skin looks a little lighter, but moisturize it, it looks healthier. So no, it won't look darker unless you're using the wrong cream. I'm using retin-A on my face, but still I have breakouts. See, breakouts can be because of many, many reasons. This is not the session for it, but if you're breaking out, please meet your dermatologist. It's extremely important. We are specific yoga practice that would help me improve compassion. Really?
Yeah,
Yoga
we
to
do have yoga practices for compassion.
really? Okay, that's for another session. You should follow Sunayna Ricky, and she has a lot of videos for all of that. Best sunscreen, there is no one best sunscreen, but look for something matte, especially if you're in India. Use a moisturizer and use a matte sunscreen. You could use La Shield, UV Do, UV Screen, whole lot of things. Sunscreen stick, which I'll be talking to you soon about. We could do all of that. Is it possible to remove horizontal lines on there? Yes, it is. That's what I was trying to talk to you. The horizontal lines are the ones which are the creases that the skin forms. So a little bit of baby Botox and a little bit of like a Profilo or one of the allergen products to just hyaluronic acid, which will just like a wall light, just to use it to hydrate the skin there. And equipments like radio frequency will really, really help it. So, but you need to be regular about it. How to treat partition-like lines? Partition-like lines on the neck? What's that? Partitioning-like lines. I don't know. Oh, he's called it not acanthosis. Okay, creases. Creases, that's exactly. Like a little bit of Botox, little bit of filler. Solution for dark circles, not today. Lots of love from Dubai. Thank you. Suggest something to prevent neck and body parts from darkening. So make sure you use a gentle exfoliator even on the neck once in a week. That really helps to take away the dry skin, which then has melanin in it, clump melanin. So that really, that kind of eases off the dark skin. And then you can end up using a lot of moisturizer. Don't forget to apply sunscreen on the neck. Don't forget to use your night cream that you use on the face, even on the neck. And the dark skin can be a part of something we call as insulin resistance, can be a part of PCOS, can be a part of metabolic syndrome, can be a part of pre-diabetic status. So dark skin, don't take it lightly. All dark skin is not dirty that you want to rub it away. The more you rub, it can actually become more dark. So please meet your doctor to figure out what your dark skin or the dark neck is due to. So I think we've answered quite a lot, and I'm going to let Sunayna go, and I'm going to run away myself too. And thank you very much for joining in. We loved it. Thank you, Sunayna. What's your closing
Thank
word?
you. I first want to thank everybody. I want to thank you, Ash, and my closing words is we are meeting, guys, for the next time. Together, we will do a live. Rashmi and we really wanted to do this one together. So the next one we are doing together. And lots of love to all of you.
To
And
you
keep
too.
a really sexy neck.
And all of you, please take care of the neck. It's super important. Trust me. When the time is past, you can still do things to get the face well, to get the neck back into shape is super difficult. So this one place, prevention is always best. Take care. See you. Bye.
Namaste. Thank you, guys.